This is Ishikawa. Hits one into right. The Giants win the pennant.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new month, a brand new season, and also a pennant chase in the making. I thought we could never talk about this, but I want to proudly announce to everybody: one, two, and maybe three. Welcome to September, everybody. Welcome to a brand new, a special edition of AJ42K Productions. I am your host, AJ42K. Well, everybody, I hope you're having fun after 8 months of this year gone by. The Olympics have gone by already. It's already over. This baseball season is still on. We are finally in the month of September with the pennant chase. We'll get to that in a minute. Not related to the MLB real-life pennant chase on MLB Network and the playoff race. I know most of you already, especially in my home state, don't care much about baseball. They're focused on college football. Most of you already are in most college football states. While us baseball fans, the geeks, the ones that chicks dig the long ball because the girls get two diamonds, one they're watching and one on their sneaky little finger. I told you chicks dig the long ball, but most of these people in Nebraska don't give a about baseball. So, given the fact I'm a long way from Braves country, hats off to you, Braves fans, until the end. Hope you guys are doing well, all of you. And to everybody else that's still in the making of the playoffs, welcome to the playoff race. More specific, the pennant chase. September makes the playoff race more severe, more watchable, because the pennant chase starts now. So for anyone that doesn't know what the pennant chase is when the very last month of the season, which it will be September like always, is the pennant chase month. So what brings you pennant chase? You're talking about the pennant? Well, sort of. I'm not talking about the AL pennant or the NL pennant to go to the World Series, to go AL versus NL to see whoever wins the World Series. That's the pennant, but not the actual pennant chase. The pennant chase is more of the season for the AL West pennant, AL Central champion, AL East champion, NL West, NL Central, NL East. That's the pennant chase, to be more specific. Since the season is a full month left to go, counting today, everybody, I want to welcome you to September. Welcome to you to the pennant chase for MLB. Welcome to the start of college football season, to many others, or quite much more. And welcome to the final month of the MLB season. The pennant chase is on. The playoff race has been on long before, because since the All-Star break was over, the playoff race has been going on. But now it becomes more serious with the pennant chase. September, the final month of the season, until the very last game of 162, and then comes to the postseason, or in Jim Mora's term, playoffs? Well, everybody, yes, I already know. I saw the game. Fuck the Phillies. We suck again. Go figure. Braves, this is the one time you have to do something now. 8 months is already over. April is over. Spring training is over. The off season is over, but about to be happening again. God forbid, God forbid, much later than sooner. And hope to God, pretty much. Oh my, what in the world is going on, everybody? I had a long month of heaven, hell, joyful, painful, joy, pain, positive, negative, neutral, meh. You name it, it pretty much was it. Aside from that, last month, I did go to an MLB game. It has been 10 years since I've been to an MLB game of any stadium of the 30 teams. Me, personally, I went to Kauffman Stadium. This is the third time I was there on April 6th to see the Red Sox face the Royals. I have a lot of pictures. I know some of you perhaps saw videos on YouTube already, or photos. Well, everybody, I want to proudly announce the Olympics are already over. School is finally in session for most people. The pennant chase is on, and college football season has started. NFL season starts in 4 days. What the hell is going on with sports? And speaking of sports, my season, since I'm a runner or marathoner, 3 weeks from now is my final race of the entire month, the season, and the year 2024. Bros and babes to all runners. I always said this to a lot of people back in the day when Facebook, Twitter, or X, or whatever, YouTube, whatever, Instagram, whatever. Love baseball, like football, do running. I'm a Braves fan always first. I have played baseball before in my lifetime. Not pro or minor league, don't get me wrong, but I have played Little League baseball. I did win the title in 2000. La Vista Red Sox. Some of you may remember. One of them I still talk to this day. Well, those days are over, and now we're in a different generation of baseball, a different generation definitely of college football, a different generation of rules also in NFL, much less different rules and regulations post-COVID of all sports, pretty much. Well, runners, football players, baseball players, whatever player you are, or even of a fan of whatever, or just a bandwagon, or just like that, wear the hats of one specific person, or just a fan of whatever specific person in general, in baseball, basketball, football, running, whatever. This has been a long journey. 2024 has, a lot of people say it was sucky. Yes, it was sucky in many ways for me. But for me, aside from the suckage of all crap that happened to me, it's actually been a good year in different other ways. It may have not been good for me monetarily or pretty much successfully by job-wise, but it has been successfully by conclusions. Not all of them were happy endings like Disney, and not all of them were sad endings like horror movies like Saw or was it The Exorcist or Annabelle or whatever, Chucky or whoever. Some were like that. Others were like Disney happy endings, and some had a conclusion that went mutual ways, and for the better. Not always. But you know what? This has been a journey for many other reasons of conclusions. For my running season, remember, love baseball, like football, do running. My baseball always comes first. Football comes second. And running, which I do, comes third, and I watch. So I've done all three in my lifetime. Never did football in high school, elementary school, whatever, but I have done football tackle before. Thanks to Rob and Dan on that one if you're seeing this both. Baseball I have done many times. I still hit to this day. I actually took to the batting cage as well at Kauffman as well, and as well the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. Now to my running. Love baseball. Go Braves. Like football, Broncos and Spartans. Broncos for Denver in the pros. Michigan State for the college football. And me, myself, running. I have been a runner, not all my life. I've been a runner since junior high because I did baseball long before I did running. I also did swimming, but that's not to my liking anymore as much as I used to be. But I am a runner. Marathon runner, distance runner, whatever you want to call it. I have been underestimated many times. I have been screwed over many times. I have been successful many times. And I've been left out on countless occasions. A lot of people probably know me as Human Balto. You probably all know the story of how I got the nickname, which I'm not going to explain the whole story again. You see another YouTube video on that story later on. Or in the past. As far as my running season goes. Well, guys, I have 3 weeks until my final race, the curtain call race of the 2024 running season. All of my races, and I want to give a little recap. I have to give a little recap of something real quick. Un momento, guys. I totally apologize for the delay earlier, so forgive me for that. My signal's been terrible, so please forgive me on that. Un momento, guys. I'm so sorry for this. I have to play some recap music of a video I have not done in a long time.
How they got there, the Barracuda, one more look at watching his face, boom. He ate a little 0G jerk, but he got up and finished strong. And also finishing strong was the monster. Going upside down, all around, she regained her composure and places. And now you look at the pulsating wake of Tornado Run, that's Mika. Fancy footwork into the vines and through the vines, looking for the
And now comes to this part.
up the ice wall, straight that is ready to
progress. Now, during the mountain, we'll take first place point.
And now the ending of the recap.
Mine.
So now, after months of training, thousands of miles of travel, and with millions of viewers looking on all around the planet, it all comes down to this incredible climb. One mountain separates 3 players from a world title. Who will it be? Mexico, Israel, or Portugal? Let's get it started with Mo. Mo!
Well, everybody, so after 6 races this year, 2 months of surgery to recover, another 6 months of training, and 6 different races, 2 in Lincoln, the rest in Omaha, suffering all the slander, libel, overcoming so much discrimination of ableism by so many people. It all comes down to this. Anastasia Champ, if you're seeing this right now, I love you so much in Kansas City right now. You gave me a story, a new story I'll never forget, even 6 years later. Overcoming adversity with running, and now overcoming adversity with a conclusion. I'm not the best runner. I'm not the greatest runner. I'm not the worst runner. I have never been last in any race as an adult. I have been last before in a high school. I was the slowest on the team in track and field in high school. And now looking back 20 years later, what is going on with me? I am the fastest I've ever been in my life. I finished a marathon 3 years ago. I finished my first ever half 7 years ago. I finished my first ever 10K almost 13 years ago. And I came back to running 13 years ago with a 5K. I'm looking back at this moment for this whole year. April, 1 race, a 10-mile, PR. Cinco de Mayo in May, 12 days before my birthday, Lincoln Half Marathon. No PR, but above average time. June has no races. July has a 3 race 14-day challenge, so 3 races in 14 days. No break of any time. July 7th, July 14th, July 21st. Firecracker 8-mile run. New race, new event, never done. Automatic PR, above average time, almost predicted the exact time. Lincoln. So now comes Lincoln again. Here comes Lincoln. Second time and final time. Middle of the season, pretty much the middle of the whole entire season. Nebraska football road race, the 5K. The hottest race I probably have ever done in a long time. No PR, but above average time. Oh my gosh. Now comes the Summer Sizzler 10K, where my mom actually recorded some of the parts as well. Thanks, Mom, on that one. Brand new PR. I have not had a PR in a 10K since my first ever one, surprisingly 13 years ago. This was historic out of the bunch. Probably the icing in the cake for the entire season that I never thought I could do. Thanks, Mom, for that. And of course, the last race I did earlier this past month now, 5K, back in Omaha again. No PR, but I'm still under 30 minutes, so I can't complain either way. So now, after 6 races, overcoming adversity, months of training, 100 miles of grand total of probably the amount of miles I ran in any race and all races combined, it all comes down to this. A half marathon, the Heartland Marathon in Omaha, Nebraska. More specific, the half. This race is the 10-year anniversary in Omaha, Nebraska for this race specifically. I have not done this course. This is a brand new course. My mom advised me some advice, which I'm not going to say because that will kill my strategy to other runners. Thank you, Mom, on that as well. I got exactly 3 weeks for this race. It all comes down to this. In order for me to somehow get an above average time without a PR, whether PR or no PR, in order to get an above average time, my guys, my babes, my bros, my kids that want to be like me or that overcame like me, in order for me to get an above average time, I have to get a time of under 2:27. So if I get 2:26:59 or better, I'm above average for this race. Guys, this race is all new for course. Not new for it being inaugural season or inaugural year, but it's inaugural for the course. 10-year anniversary, new course, last race of the season, second half marathon of the year, 7th race and final race of the year. 3 weeks from now, every single race you did is above average. No season of mine in any of my lifetime, not even high school, have I got above average times. And now I could have a season as an adult. When I started my running career, adult running career 13 years ago, with the Air Force Weather Agency Cornman Run. Janelle Heine, if you're seeing this, I know you know real well about this race. You were there too, and as well, running that. Your final race of your lifetime, unfortunately. Hope you're doing well, Janelle. Now, 13 years later, almost exactly 13-year anniversary will be the night 9/17, which will be 16 days from now. Guys, I haven't been this nervous in a long time. I haven't been this nervous ever. But I have been training. I've not been training much, but I have been training, which most people don't understand. We're now on Labor Day weekend. My gym is closed on Labor Day, hence because of the holiday coming up, and Sunday they're closed anyway because of a Christian day, which I don't blame them either. Speaking of Christian, Catholic myself. Aside from the point. Guys, it all comes down to this. One race to have a perfect 10 season for the first time in your life. Lucky number 7 races, the last of the 7. 10 mile, half, 8 mile, not quoted Eminem, 5K, 10K, 5K, and again ending off now with a half marathon. This is not a 5K. This is not a 10K. This is not even a 10-mile race. This is not just ordinary running. This is not just a half marathon. This is the Heartland half marathon. 3 weeks from now, it's all gonna be what I want to do. In 3 weeks from today, my time to beat is 2:14:11. 2:14:11. Repeat, 2:14:11. I would love to be under 2 hours for the first time ever in my life. If I get a PR, I'll be happy. If I go under 2 hours, I'm going to go crazy. Whether if I don't get either one, I hope to get an above average time. And if I don't get that, it won't be successful, but hope to God I finish. Ladies and gentlemen, bros and babes, I overcame a lot to make it this far. But now I know what the true colors of what people have become, whether in running, not off the track of running, not running related, and of course, people who let me down. I'm no longer mad at you. I know what you've become. 2024 is the year of conclusion. And that was one of the biggest conclusions of many times that I had to solve. And this year I've solved it after 12 years of trying to solve it on my own when nobody seemed to care at all. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Human Balto is back. And today, I want to specially announce this as well. I saved a kid's life at Mass today. So for all the haters, ableists, privileged snobs, and people who are triggered in my presence right now to say this, learn. If you're triggered in my presence, well, this person, stay triggered, because let me tell you something. If your kid was about to die and literally, God forbid, I'd save his life. Let's see if you'd be triggered on that. Because this person you're triggered on would save your kid's life too. Don't you ever libel me, slander me, get triggered in my presence, or say anything bad about me behind my back online on social media ever again. I know what you did to me. I know who your names are. I know who you are about. And I don't respect anyone with that triggered, feminazi, libeling, lying, pussy-ass attitude. I know who you are. And now, respect someone who saved someone's ass. Remember, I never like to demand or ask respect, but this was one time I will say this. Respect the guy who saved the kid's ass, because that guy will be me if it was your kid. You triggered pussies who get triggered of me, who are scared of my presence, who literally call me whatever stupid names these feminazis say. That man is me that will save your kid's ass too. So respect me when I do, if that was to happen. You're finished, bitch! Don't you ever fuck with an autistic ever again. I'm the motherfucker now, so you better respect that what I did to that kid. It's rare that I ask for, or even little and demand respect, but remember this supposed creep, or whatever the fuck you call me. This supposed creep saved that kid's ass. Kiss it, bitch! You ableist, privileged, cunt bag will never be respected. Now you respect me because I saved a kid's ass at Mass. Heaven rules. Go to hell, bitch.